Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial on this flawless face that you guys saw on Snapchat the other day. A lot of you guys wanted to know how I achieved this, so this is exactly how I did my face makeup for that Snapchat. So I hope you guys enjoy. Be sure to give this a big thumbs up if you guys did. Any comments, questions, concerns, or requests, please leave it below. And if you guys didn't know, I have a huge giveaway in the works. Once we hit 14,000 subscribers, I will be doing a huge giveaway just to thank you guys for all your support and love and hugs and positivity. And without you guys, a lot of opportunities that I get wouldn't be present, and you guys just make me happy. So I just want to give back to you guys in a huge way, and I'm really excited. So the sooner we get to 14,000, the sooner we can do the giveaway. So yeah, if you guys would like to see how to get this flawless face, then just keep watching. Thanks guys. A lot of you guys saw my Snapchat from yesterday and were like, oh my god, your skin looks so flawless, what'd you do? So I decided to do a flawless face routine. This isn't going to be anything with eyes, it's just going to be like how I made my skin look flawless, I guess. This is something that I've been doing a lot lately, and I'm just going to talk through this as I go and kind of explain what I'm doing. So the first thing I like to do is take my MAC Prep and Prime, and this is the Fix Plus. So just spray it all across my face. And I have nothing but moisturizer on my face. Okay? And I like to let that just kind of like chill on my face for a little bit.
6.5 hours later.
After that sets on my face, I like to go in with my Givenchy Mr. Matte Mattifying Primer. This stuff is no joke. It's a little bit on the pricey side since it is Givenchy, but I love it. It literally goes on so matte. So I like to take some on the back of my hand. And then I just like to blend it in, kind of like mush it up, and then take some. And it's such a nice like coverage for a primer. You can literally feel it going over every imperfection and almost like sealing it. This is probably one of my favorite primers as far as like mattifying and the coverage it gives you. And when we think of primers, we don't tend to think of coverage, but we need coverage with primers because it's building a barrier between your skin and foundation. And literally, I used to back in the day put like just foundation on and never prime my face, and it like literally makes me nauseous to think I ever did that, but that was before I really knew anything about anything. High school days. So yeah, I'm just blending this all across my face, and like I said, this is a really nice primer, and I'm actually interested to see what else Givenchy makes for primers, just because I'm really impressed with this one. So yeah, I like to take the residue and blend it down the neck because there's no wasting an expensive primer around here. Literally, when I run my fingers across my face just to blend it out a little bit more, you can feel how much coverage you're literally getting. It's amazing. Next, I'm going to be taking my ESTEE Lauder Double Wear Foundation, and this is in the color Cashew 93. A lot of people have talked about this foundation. I finally got around to trying it. I bought it, I'd like to say the beginning of the month, and I love it. It's really an amazing foundation. So I'm going to pour a little bit on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to take my beauty blender, which looks really gross because I literally use it for foundation, concealer, and baking, so it looks crazy. I'm going to take some of my Fix Plus and just spray my beauty blender with that. And I literally do think that this beauty blender, which is kind of a recent purchase, really makes a whole big difference with my face looking flawless. it's funny because I have the Micro Mini Beauty Blender, but I never actually purchased the legit big beauty blender like this. I always had like makeup sponges, so I always would call it my knockoff beauty blender. If you guys remember in tutorials, I would say like that. And I always thought like what I had for a makeup sponge was like the same thing as the beauty blender until I actually went and splurged and bought the beauty blender. And I'm here to let you know that no sponge I feel like can ever make up to be as amazing as this one is. It is by far goals, and it literally gives you such a flawless finish. I'm obsessed with the beauty blender, and now I probably will never go without. I'm just going to drag it down the neck because it's a little hard to stipple down the neck. I know this foundation's dark, but it actually blends into my self tanner when I'm pretty tan, even though I'm kind of slacking on my tanning game a little bit. I do feel that this foundation works really well with the matte primer. Some foundations that are already matte to begin with are not going to work well with the mattifying primer because your face is probably just going to look dry. You have to kind of use the primer with like a dewy foundation for it to really look good. So now we are going to conceal the under eye area, and I'm going to be using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the lightest shade. I love this stuff. I'm like obsessed with it. I feel like some people think it's a little crazy and excessive to like conceal like this, but I don't know. I mean, it gives you such a pretty like after effect. I understand it looks ridiculous right now, and I feel like people will screenshot, you know, certain beauty YouTubers and like make fun of them. But once you like blend it out, it's like perfection and it's goals. And then all you hating ass bitches want to look like that in the end. So like I get that it looks really excessive and pretty much ridiculous. Like I get that, but it's just not, this isn't like, okay, I'm gonna go out in public like this. This is like how you get to like where you want to be. This is like a step you have to take. So again, taking the beauty blender, spraying some Fix Plus, and I'm just gonna kind of roll it around in the back of my hand to make sure it's not too wet, and then blend it out. I love highlighting thick like this and baking. I love the effect that you get from it. I feel like it's worth the time and it's worth the effort, especially if you have somewhere to be that's special. You know, I just like it just for like grocery store if I want to. Like I'll do what I want. Cause I mean, it just, look what it's doing already. It's just amazing. So even though it looks and appears to be super excessive and crazy, it's really not that crazy once it's all fixed. I feel like makeup isn't everything, and you do have to have confidence in yourself even without it. Like, I mean, I go to the gym every morning now, religiously, which is great. I'm actually into this routine now and I'm feeling great, and it's just really helping my anxiety and all that. And I don't go with makeup. I'm not gonna get up to put makeup on and sweat at the gym. I mean, I like drip and sweat. I don't have, whoop, drop my beauty blender! Like I was saying, I sweat too much at the gym to even think about wearing makeup. It would look, well, I mean, it wouldn't look bad because I know how to do my makeup for like sweating and stuff, but I know it's not good for your skin. And then I go in the sauna after and it's just not a good time. I just don't want to do my makeup for the gym. I don't want to be that chick. It's one thing if you work and then you go to the gym. I've done that before, but even when I used to work and wear makeup, I would take like a makeup remover wipe in my gym bag and take off the makeup. Something else I like to do is take another concealer, and this is my Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo Concealer. And I just like to take a little bit and just like take the smallest amount and just dot on my under eye circles just to give it a little coverage, because sometimes I do feel that my eyes look a tad bit dark. So I'll just give myself a little bit more under eye coverage and bring it up. And I do feel like this makes a huge difference. We're not using a lot of product, but it just gives my under eye circles just that extra coverage that I feel I need. Next thing we're gonna do is bake our face. And I've been using the Youngblood High Definition powder to do this, and it's just a loose powder, and I feel like it works really, really well. And I just take my beauty blender and spray it again and wet it. And then I'll take this powder and take a generous amount like that and just like do this, like press it on with the most gentle touch, because it can fall off your face easily because it's like a loose powder. And here, a little bit here, and take some bridge of the nose and bring it all the way up here. I feel like baking literally is like a godsend. I'm so happy I like know how to do this, and it just locks your concealer and it makes you that much more like flawless. But your like concealer ain't going nowhere, it ain't creasing, it's not budging. It does make a huge difference, and you wouldn't think that it would, but it does. I know some people like layer it thick. This works for me, so you don't have to go too crazy if you don't want to. By the way, this tea I'm drinking, I don't have it in here with me, is my thin tea. I posted pictures of it on my Instagram, so if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me. I love this thin tea. It tastes so good, and it's just supposed to help you to detox in the morning, and then at night they have a tea to help your metabolism speed up and to lose weight. So now we're going to move on to contouring. Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, which hit pan on that. What are you going to do? I'm going to take these two shades right here to contour with. I know some people are really into strobing, but I don't know. That's like a step too far outside of my comfort zone, because this contouring, this is like my thing. I couldn't imagine just like not contouring my face every day. Is that weird? I'd be like miserable. Like contouring is so important to me. Like it just like gives your face that like structured look. I don't know. But then I love highlighting too, so maybe strobing would be for me. You guys think I should try strobing? Write in the comments below. Let me know. If you guys think I will, maybe I will. Take a step outside that comfort zone. Okay, after I do that, then a few minutes, I like to just brush away this baking. Some people leave it on for 10 to 15 minutes. I leave it on for a few minutes. I don't need to leave it on that long. I feel like this gives it enough time to set. Really, you just want it to set. If you want to leave it on for 15 minutes, be my guest, but I don't know. It sets like in a few minutes. And it just gives you that like extra boost. All right, so this is very important to getting that Snapchat glow I had. Maybe I should title it Snapchat Glow Tutorial. Snapchat Glow, how to get a Snapchat glowy face. I don't know. This is the Too Faced Candlelight Glow. This is amazing. I don't want to say it's better than Becca's Opal. Is this Opal? Yeah. I don't want to say it's better than the Becca Opal, but it might be, because I don't know. It just gives you such a nice highlight. So I'm just going to take my Real Techniques setting brush. And I think it's also the way I apply highlighters with this brush. I feel like it makes you like glow. And I'm just going to bring it straight up on the tops of my cheekbones to here and then back. And I'm just going to build on that until I am happy with the glow. And my Cupid's bow, a little bit below, bridge of the nose, tip of the nose, and then above the eyebrows. The placement of your highlight will also make the difference. And I think yesterday when I Snapchatted, I went really heavy-handed with this, so that's why I looked really glowy and flawless. Like I'm doing here, I went pretty heavy-handed with it, like all over. Sometimes I just do here, Cupid's bow and bridge of nose and leave eyebrows alone, but yeah. Okay, the next thing is the blush, and the blush I used yesterday was MAC's Gingerly blush, one of my favorite blushes ever. I'm going to take my Real Techniques 300 brush and take some of this and right on the apples of my cheeks, place this. It's literally like a ginger color. I don't know, it's like almost like a tan color. It's really pretty. I like it a lot. And this was the one that I used yesterday. And I like to buff it in circular motions because I feel like it just really gets in there. At first, I'll like apply it like this, just like straight and around, if that makes sense. And then after, I'll go and just go in circles to buff it in. Okay. And then last but not least, what we're gonna do is set the entire face, and I'm going to take my Givenchy powder for this, and I'm just going to shake, 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 pack on, pack on. This also makes your skin look super flawless, and it sets it so nicely. Your makeup will last all day if you follow all these steps because you're using really good stuff, and it makes a difference. I know sometimes it's hard to spend the money that we do on makeup, but it really is worth it in the end. And this, you don't have to do this every day. And I take a little powder like I just did and go over my eyebrows. I just feel like it kind of makes them blend in a little bit more and look a little bit more natural. Gonna take my Duo Fiber face brush from Real Techniques and blend this powder out. I like to go really light when I do this because I don't know, I just don't want to brush off the highlight or contour too much, if that makes sense. Just like to go in circular motions across my face. I'm going to take my MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus again and kind of just set the entire face with this. A little heavy, but it'll set really, really nice when it dries. You don't want to obviously touch your face. So I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup and I'll be back to close out this. Now that I finished up the eyes, the last thing I'm going to do is take my Too Faced Candlelight Glow again, and I'm just going to take a little pointy brush and take a little bit of this and place it right into the inner corners for a nice highlight in my inner corners. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit and right on the brow bone. Like that. And that completes the look. I hope you guys enjoyed. this is how you get that Snapchat flawless face. And yeah, if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, or requests, please leave it below. And until next time, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye guys!